Hello and welcome back to episode 16, I think it is, of our survival let's play on No Man's Land. Today, our only real, I say our only real job, is to get this field turned over. We're going to get it harvested, and then see about getting it cultivated as well. Right, so we are alright for fuel. Obviously the field's flat, so we shouldn't have an issue harvesting it. And I say shouldn't. You'll have probably, although I haven't put it together yet. Is that enabled? Yeah. You'll have probably seen us turning over field number 4, which is the one on the hill over there. I did that. Why on earth is this so slow? Is this just catching, do you think? Because I wasn't going 2 miles an hour before. Tell you what we'll do. We'll go around here. I mean, if this is having trouble harvesting this field, then we are in trouble, aren't we? Yeah, it's alright. I wonder if it was just catching on the area around the rock. I just didn't like turning, maybe. When we were trying to harvest at the same time. I don't know. Either way, it seems to be working alright now. Yeah, you'll have seen that we turned over the field up on the hill there. Basically, I did that as a time lapse. Just because I think the episode before, we'd done the same to field number 3, and I didn't just want to repeat it. And I knew it was going to be quite slow as well, with us doing the work on that hill, until we can get our new seeder. I think it cultivated absolutely fine. There wasn't an issue with that, from what I remember. But, yeah, seeding was an absolute pain. So yeah, I just thought I'd do that bit as a time lapse. It finished that day off nicely. I think we might have got 3 videos out of that day, sorry. Which I don't normally do. It's just there was quite a bit of time left. I don't know. We seem to get quite a lot out of it, to be honest. I was really impressed with the amount we got from the bales. Nearly £2 on the bales. I thought that was brilliant. You can see how we're just passing out trees there. I'd hoped for a bit of growth. However, we've had nothing. And I have watched a video since. It was by Farmer Cop, I think. In fact, I'm sure it definitely was. It was on tree growth and the times it takes and sort of how long it takes. And for the 2 that I've planted, which is sort of typical, although there's a reason why, the pine and the spruce, they take 2 years to fully grow. So I mean, that sort of throws a spanner in the works straight away, doesn't it? It's all well and good spending 26 grand on a tree planter, and then £1 on each pallet. So that's 28 grand we've put into that, and they're not going to be ready for 2 years. So I wasn't overly pleased with that. And when I say I wasn't overly pleased, I was absolutely devastated. There is ones that grow pretty much straight away, but they're just not going to be suitable, I don't think. They're either too small or I mean, some of them might not be so bad, 'cause it seems we have to chop them up quite a lot because of the equipment we've got available to us. So it's not like we're doing sort of 6 to 8 feet length timber, are we? Because we just haven't got the equipment, we haven't got the money available to do that. So I don't know, maybe when we get up to £1,000 we'll plant some more trees, but some of the faster grown ones. That might be a way around it, a sort of cushion. So we're getting some money coming in, but not the amount that we originally thought. And then I suppose these ones, by the time they're fully grown, we might have the funds to have the equipment to get the longer length timber, therefore getting more money out of it. Because for those that don't know, the way we did it, I mean the only way we could have done it as well, we could have got more money out the trees that we cut down if we had equipment what could cut the lengths longer, because that's, you get more money for that. So if we had, just off the top of my head, because I can think of the name of it now, that scorpion, what cuts, say, 8 metre or 8 feet? Say 8 foot, and it's 8 metre, isn't it? Surely 8 metre lengths. We'd have got a lot more for that than chopping that 8 metres up and selling it like we have. Obviously that was our only option at the time. So yeah, that is the crack with the trees. I think Farmer Cop also said there's only 3 growth stage for them as well, so we might not see any movement for a while. So we're in, I should stop there. We're in July now. We're at the stage where if we want to get that sort of December, January sell-off, this is pretty much the last month we're going to have to seed, because then we're going to be, whatever we put in here, it's going to be sort of straight out the field and sold really. So it will be auto sorghum, purely because they're the ones that we can turn around quickly. However, one of the things that I was thinking of, and I can't remember because the issues we've had with the mics in the last, well, is it 2 out the last 3 videos or something like that? Just doesn't like that bit there. I can't remember if we've already spoke about it, but I'm seriously considering the small chicken pasture, because obviously there's good money in eggs, and it's ridiculously cheap as well. Where are we at? Chickens. I'm sure it's only about £6 grand. Yeah, £6 grand. I know you only get 30 chickens in, but and you won't make that many eggs. However, it's still a constant source of income, isn't it? And the good thing about not having that, only having 30 chickens, is they're not going to take a whole lot of feed up. Downside, and I've not used chickens yet on this, on FS22. I know we did discuss this, and did we talk about it? But then it was the one where it was muted and I had to voice over it. Might be in that one. The downside, I don't think you can pick the egg pallets up anymore. I think you have to use some sort of front loader, pallet fork, from whatever machine you have, and obviously we don't have either. We don't have any. So again, that is relying on us getting a front loader. Yeah, it's definitely something around there it doesn't like. I talk about mic issues. I really hope this is recording. Like, everything's set. I've checked everything. There's no mute on my PS5 controller. The bit on my headset is all the way down. I was devastated it was sort of yesterday. I'm recording this on Friday. What is it? Friday the 7th of January. And yeah, I went to put it together yesterday. And I couldn't believe it. Absolutely couldn't believe it. First 15 minutes. No sound. Well, no sound. No commentary whatsoever. I mean, in a sense, I don't mind doing post-com, because I think you can get sort of after the event, you can sort of get a better oversight of it in a way. In that sense, I enjoyed doing the post-com for the Speed Let's Play, who Bella on. But it's just a pain. It takes a lot longer, obviously, because you're going over the same footage twice. Instead of just, obviously we're doing this now, I'll be able to take this off, edit and put it out. Whereas with postcom, you're obviously playing the game for however many hours. Then you're having to go back over the same footage, postcom it, and then put it out. So it just sort of takes double the amount of time. Nearly 3,500, I think. That's alright from that field, isn't it? Doesn't seem bad to me. Right. Do you know what? I didn't even think. I was thinking that was barley. Didn't even realise it was oats. So it can take us over 10 grand, it has done. Nearly 11. We'll get this put away, and we'll get the... What are we going to get on? We're going to get the 6105 and get the bales done quickly. Right, we'll just swap over to that. Right, we've got the baler. The thing I noticed straight away is we really need fuel, which isn't so much of a problem because obviously we can use the Steyr to go and get it. This will really help if I switch it on. Yeah, so the Steyr can always go and get the fuel that it needs, so that's not so much of an issue. But I just don't really want to run out, and I'm not taking this up to the store as well, it's just too slow. I've just checked as well. Yeah, there we are. Just checked, the sound seemed alright, so thankfully it's working. I just need to stop getting in the well, I say that I can't. I need to stop putting the mic on mute on, not on the controller, but on the headset, I think. So what I need to do. I mean, I don't expect a sort of ton of bales off this. Where are we at? Where's the... there it is. Obviously we're not going to get the 65 that we got off field number 4. I mean, anything's better than nothing. It was that whole thing I was talking about, I think, in yesterday's video. What wasn't yesterday's video, I'll come on to that shortly though. About it just keeps us sort of ticking over, keeps us in the green until we can start selling our crops off. So anything like this is brilliant. Going back to the whole yesterday's video thing. For the last few days, and I don't know why it's happening, my upload speed when I'm putting a video onto YouTube has been absolutely diabolical, and I'm not sure why. So normally a video would take between half an hour and an hour to upload, depending on the size, but depending on how much music I've put with it, stuff like that. The last 2 videos that I've uploaded have took between 4 and 6 hours each. And I can't work out why. Nothing's changed. Nothing at all. Unless my internet provider sort of turned my service down. I don't seem to have any issue downloading anything, or when we sort of playing other games online, it's just the upload speed. So that's why we didn't get... So 3 nights ago, was it 3 nights ago? No, 2 nights ago, sorry. The video that was going to go out at my normal time around about 6 o'clock, sort of GMT, 6 o'clock in the evening, that didn't go out until around about midnight. Because the other thing I don't like, the knock-on effect is it didn't upload until it must have been between 6 and 8 at night. And then by the time YouTube processed it, so put it into high def and put it into 4K, that was another few hours as well, so that's why it went out at midnight. Yesterday's video, YouTube had it fully ready by, and it's not YouTube's problem, I don't think it's YouTube's problem anyway, it's my internet by the looks of it, but YouTube had it ready by about 1 o'clock in the morning. I just thought I'd leave it. I'd wait on, miss a night, which I don't particularly like doing, and then I'll put what should have been yesterday's episode out today on the Friday, and then this, hopefully, as long as everything uploads alright, will go out on the Saturday. So it should be, as you're watching this, if you watch it on the day of release, it should be Saturday the 8th. I say about putting videos out, I never ever planned of putting a video out every night. When I first started this, which I think was around about, I think I put my first Greenlands video out in June last year. Never thought that I would be putting a video out every night. And the other thing as well, that's great, since the turn of the new year, the amount of more people who's watching has increased massively as well. So I really appreciate that. I'll tell you what else I want to try as well. I'll quickly go over and try now. There was a comment, and I'll find it quickly, on YouTube. Right, where are we at? By Richard McKinney. And he said, which I think this is from PC, the lumberjack mod, but what he said was, if you put it, your chainsaw vertical, and just start chainsawing, it'll get rid of them. I mean, that's vertical. But I think, and I've replied as well, I think that's just from the lumberjack mod on PC, which obviously we've never had on console. So if this is what you mean, or do you mean when you're actually cutting a tree down, it has to be vertical? Try crouching down. Nah, it must be that, Richard. We've never had on console, not that I know of, I've only played 2 iterations of the game, but we've never had that lumberjack mod to be able to do that, which would make it a lot easier, because it would save me 20 grand on having to buy a stump grinder. But anyone who has any sort of ideas or sort of comments about how I can do things better, then by all means let us know. Especially on a series like this, it's just the absolute constant grind. Anything that lets us become more efficient. I am all ears. I don't think we're going to get this cultivated either in this episode, because I looked, and when we were it took us 14 minutes to harvest, and we've been recording this bit for coming up 9, plus the time lapse at the beginning, and selling these bales, so I think that's going to be it. Well, we're going to get the bales sold. And we're going to bring back some fuel for this, I think. Right, get this folded up. We'll jump in the styer, get the bales loaded, and then we'll get them over and sold. Same again. I'm not gonna record while I'm picking the bales up, because it would just be awful to watch. So I'll be back in a second. Right, almost at the sell point. I've just checked. When we were loading up, we actually got 53 bales off that field, which I was amazed at. I didn't expect anywhere near that amount, to be honest. So again, I didn't bother stacking neatly because we were always going to need two trips. So we'll get these ones sold. Where are we at? 973. And I am going to, with that, I'm going to do 2 things. And firstly, not going to go in there because I've had this happen before. It's letting us go in there. Right. I remember this happening when the game very first came out. It wouldn't let you go in the menus. I'm sure I had to fully come out the game and then come back into it, and it was alright. What we will do though, we'll fill the styer up. So 87 euros. Is it cheaper to... I'm thinking it might be cheaper overall, you know, to be buying them. I know we couldn't there because we couldn't get in, but to buy the cans of diesel, that seems cheaper. Because when I filled the 6105 up, it went a lot further than what I thought it was going to. So that might be something we have to try, maybe. Get them completely ran down, and then see how much it takes to fill them. Right, we'll jump over and we'll come back once we've got the second load. Right, final load. Obviously, there's only half there. I think I'm going to go with €475. Let's see how close I am. I wasn't far away, was I? 498, so just under €500. Let's see if we can get in here now. Ah, cool. I went out the game, loaded it back up again. Right, we shall have 2 of them. And we'll take these back for the 6105. Get them loaded in there. And with that, we just at midday, nearly, we've gone from, well, we've turned that field over, got 3,500 litres out of that field, and we've managed to bale it for, what did we get from the bales? For nearly €1,500. So for half a day, I think that's pretty successful, and that's where we're going to leave it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.